Hello everyone, I'm High Treason. Welcome back to the long drive. I think this is part 13 or something like that. Uh-oh. Yeah, loading times are a little bit longer now. Was there something I meant to do here? I can't remember. I don't know where the bunnies are. I know I heard one. Could be around here. Oh, I'm not too worried. What's he gonna do? Just throw shit at him. I am the great mighty Pooh, and I'm going to throw my shit at you. A huge supply of dish from my chocolate starfish. How about some scat, you little twat? I don't think there's anything I need to do here. Yeah, we must have been basically done. We'll take that. It'll be useful when we change car, probably. How much diesel? We don't actually have that much diesel. We should probably start looking out for some. I believe I have some spare. But that's not really consoling right now. We should convert this car to petrol. Hopefully we'll find one of them workshops. And if we do, then we'll look find a petrol VW Golf engine in it, and we'll put it near. We could put a Vaz engine or something in, but they're not as good. That's everything's the 2107 engine is like the most powerful 4-cylinder engine. Like bugger it is. I don't know what these other people are doing, but it's not as powerful as a VW engine in this game. I mean, maybe the stats, so maybe it's heavier. I don't know. Oh shit, I wasn't paying attention. That's why you should always look at the road when you're driving instead of faffing about. I'm having bad luck with screens lately. I had my bell end monitor decided that it wanted to... I'm playing on my phone now. Better put that down before I end up crashing the car. But yeah, my bell end monitor decided it wanted to get a bouncy image, but that responds to movement, like, you know, if you walk near it or tap it. So, suggest to me it's just cracked solder or something that seems to happen in screens every so often. There's a lot of thermal stress goes on in them, you know. I got a Chantex monitor that the CRT wakes up, the heater glows. Bloody hell, them green lights are bad today. And that's all fine by me, you know, but there's no picture. It's just a black screen, so yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Cycler is pretty much identical to the Bolinia, other than it doesn't have the digital shit for the controls. There's still a bunch of knobs on that one. Knobs. My Grundig TV's broken. Something's gone bad, so the high voltage is floating up real high and making sparks jump the spark gaps at the neck of the CRT. So yeah, that's going to be expensive to repair. And now I woke up this morning and my phone screen's cracked. It's still working, it has just one little crack in the top left corner. But I don't understand that, because, you know, the phone it's just on a fucking shelf when I'm asleep. So, I mean, I don't care for the phone very much. I'm not upset about it. I need to get a new one soon anyway. But it's cracked. I haven't done anything to make it crack. Like, it was fine when I went to bed. And then when I got up, it's cracked. Like, explain that one. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. I don't know what that's all about. I don't give a fuck. It's a Chinese piece of crap, so it can stay that way. Also, I was thinking the radio guy, like, people say, you know, argue about when this game takes place. I don't think it needs a specific time, I don't think it matters that much, but the radio guy said something like 25 years, so if we assume that, you know, 1970s date on the magazines, it's always 1977, we could assume 25 years since then. Like, this Golf was probably one of the last cars they ever made, probably in the 80s. Well, it's a Caddy we're driving there, isn't it? But, you know, whichever it was, then You know, we're going to be in like 2002 or something when this is taking place, right? Maybe. Like I say, it doesn't really matter. It's just an interesting thought. I don't really care when this takes place. I don't feel it's particularly important for playing the game. You know, if, say, the game was relying on Steam mechanics or something, then, yeah, maybe, you know, you'd want to know a bit more in that regard, but... Who does? I always felt it was taking place in the mid-90s, to be honest. I don't know why. I mean, it probably isn't, but... You know, I always felt like it was taking place in kind of like the end of the 1990s somewhere. I guess I wasn't that far off. Or like maybe the 80s. I know, I could see it in the 90s. This is where they shot that music video, you know, that it don't impress me much. The song's really crappy and I think it's not right. Fuck's sake, that song's awful. That's what I was on about with like the end of the 90s music just went really bad all of a sudden. I don't think any other decade's done that. I'm driving too fast, by the way. Thing is, this terrain's real flat, and there's another reason I want to get on petrol. I just have a funny feeling that, late as it is, we're probably going to get extreme terrain soon, and it's probably going to be really, really extreme to make up for it. Is that a bird? That's good. Those usually have diesel in them. You never know, it might be in the road. It isn't in the road. Shit. That's alright, I can drive out there, start heading for it before it gets dark. Road might actually join up with it again, but I don't think it does. I thought the tree at first, I thought was my lights actually hitting the dirt. I was like, what, really? We're not that close. I thought it was a bug. Can you still see it? Because I barely can. The joys of using the CRT monitors, I guess. I mean, if anyone is new here, which I doubt very much, and you're wondering why I'm not in widescreen, it's because I don't have a widescreen monitor in use. I'm using the 90s Trinitron monitor, which can push out about 2K, so... You know, it's good enough. You won't be seeing that sort of resolution out of the videos because my PC isn't powerful enough and I'm not some e-begging YouTuber who's going to beg you to send him money or anything. I will buy my own things. And I like doing that because it's mine. You know, I don't feel like I owe someone something or nothing. It's mine. It doesn't matter if it's not what, you know, other people consider fantastic or something. I don't really care. It's my fucking thing. It belongs to me. I fucking bought it with my fucking money, not with someone else's money. And that's just how I work. You know, everyone has their principles, and that's one of mine. That's just the way it is. Plus, in fact, if I start accepting money off the internet, there's a whole load of legal implications about that. Like, I can't really do that, so... I mean, you know, I could just do it anyway and probably get away with it. I more than likely would get away with it. I don't think anything would happen. I don't think anyone would do anything about it. But I'm not supposed to. And, you know, you don't want to give these people any more excuses than they need. I thought someone who doesn't understand the British... legal system here is probably going to be interpreting this along the lines of, you know, I wasn't allowed to be near children or something, but it's nothing like that, I assure you. No, I'm definitely allowed to be near children. Nah. But, yeah, that's just to do with, you know, earnings and shit where basically I ended up poor, so, I don't. I don't take money from the internet. I've traded things before, like motherboards and stuff like that. I did recently with a lame guy where he had a really shitty motherboard that I wanted, and I had a pretty good motherboard that I wasn't going to use because it was pretty much identical to ones I already had. There's no fucking diesel in here. Is that I've actually been looking for gas, so we're going to have to go through it again. I don't remember seeing any diesel. I think if I'd seen one say diesel, I would have remembered, to be honest. It's quite an efficient motor, and like I say, we're probably going to be changing to gasoline soon. To be honest, we'll be changing car in the not-too-distant future. I'm going to say skip the boat. Just fuck the boat off. Drive back to the road and just call that a fucking fuck you, basically. But yeah, so he got a good motherboard and I got a shitty one. And, well, that was what I wanted. I wanted the shit motherboard purely because it was shit. So, I considered that a win myself. I believe we're heading back towards the road. I can't see the road, but I think it's over here. Oh, I saw flashy washies. I think it is over there. I'm going to say it might appear on our left. Like, yeah, there we go. So if we turn this way, we should rejoin it pretty straight. And then, look, the sun will come up and we'll see another boat. So it's not hard to navigate these deserts at all. I don't know why people have difficulty with it. I really don't. It's just strange to me. It's not hard as long as you have a point of reference. Well, you just remember which way the boat's facing. And then you never get lost. Have I ever lost the road yet? No. No, I haven't. I've been slightly too shallow, so it would have taken me longer to get there. Like when we first changed car the first time, I was on a bit too shallow of an angle. What was that green in the distance? Oh, what was that noise? We're not stopping there. There's that light again. There it is again. Maybe it's them hot alien babes. There's more than one of them. They're probably all waiting for me at the end of the road. They're like, no, like, let's wait for him to get here, because then he'll just be proper fucking gagging for it. Like, he'll shoot such a huge fucking load in us, we'll just, like, explode from it. Yeah, that won't happen. I always masturbate before I go on dates. Just in case, because you don't want to be shooting your load too quick. It disappoints them. Obviously, yeah, I do fuck on first dates if the opportunity arises. I don't get why people are so fucking reserved about that shit. It's like, you want to fuck, just fucking do it. Like, be pretty clear about that's what you want. Like, if they don't like it, then, well, they're not the right person for you. Like, it doesn't matter, you don't lose anything. Instead of stepping around fucking eggshells and shit for, like, potentially however fucking long, and still not getting what you wanted out of it, like, now you know. Like, that person does not want you to fuck them. That's fine. Go and find someone else to fuck. Let them go and find whatever fucking petty shit they want. I mean, I want more than that, but I mean, that's like an important fucking thing, isn't it? Like, you can't have a relationship without fucking. Well, I mean, define relationship. I mean, if it's like being friends, then obviously, like, maybe, but obviously I don't mean that kind of relationship. God damn it, man, this fucking... I'm going to run out of diesel. I'm not going to run out of diesel. There's no chance I'm going to run out of diesel. Even with the 50% increase in fuel consumption they did to the game. This thing really doesn't use a lot. I'm actually quite glad of the fuel consumption usage. I wasn't so sure about it at first, but I actually kind of like it. Because I quite like the fact I have to be more mindful of it now. Before, you just had to pay no mind. You'd just drive until the red light come on, and then you'd have about 10 years to do something about it. Has anything come off my car? Let's double check. We're not missing mirrors. We're still missing that sun visor thing. We're not missing hubcaps. We're not missing lights. You know what? I think the car's fine. I don't know how people can drive in third person. I can't fucking do it. Get me some diesel, damn it. I'm going to run out. Or just give me a petrol engine. I mean, not only is it like more powerful and we'll need that when we get big hills, it's less efficient, but it's easier to find petrol. There's way more petrol in the game than there is diesel. But I don't know, because diesel tends to spawn in higher quantities. Oh, we're getting shit buildings today. So buildings like this I only stop at if I'm like in urgent need of something, and I'm really not right now. I don't know how the oil is, I haven't checked. I assume we've got enough. Oil light will come on when we're at about 2 litre. So, you know, we got loads left. I would imagine. Is that a building? It might be a building. Let's wait for it to come out my pillared blind spot. There is a building. I think it's only a small gas station in it. Yeah, I'm not going out to that. Fuck it. And we'll zip on a bit nearer it like that, just to fucking tease it and make it think, oh, it's coming over here. No, I'm not. I'm going back over to the road now. See you, gas station. I have hospital in a couple of days to have a camera jammed down my fucking throat, so that's going to be real fun. I can never mind it if that's worse than having it shoved the other way, because I've had that done as well. I don't like that. I've had both done before, and I don't like either of them, to be honest. I mean, the thing when it goes up your backside, you know, yeah, it's horrible, but at least you can breathe and stuff while they're doing that. When they shove it down your throat, it's quite hard to breathe. Ah, fuck off. Fuck off. Well, we didn't lose gauges, we didn't lose the glove thing, we didn't lose mirrors, we lost hubcaps. We'll turn around and see if we can find them, but I'm not going to look too hard because they're not a particularly valuable commodity or anything, are they? They don't hugely affect the operation of the machine. What else are we missing? There's something else come off. It's possible that might be our sun visor there, you know. It is. I did wonder if it was still in the car. I think I said, didn't I? Like, it might still be in here. It's probably just got lodged under a seat somewhere. Hey, so this was advantageous. Maybe missing something else. I doubt it. But yeah, last time you know, as a procedure, I don't think that many people have had done necessarily, but when they jammed the camera down my throat last time, you have the vacuum lady. Like, you know, when you go to the dentist, you have the little vacuum hose that stops you choking on your own saliva. Well, they have one when they shove the camera down your throat as well. And the vacuum lady was too busy talking to her mate. Oh, are you, dolls? How's the bairns? Oh, really? Oh, is he in school now? Oh, that's well sweet, innit? And wasn't vacuuming the spit out my mouth, so I was like drowning in my own fucking fluid. So I pulled on her jacket and she just sort of ripped it out my hand and turned back to her mate, you know. How's the bairns? Oh yeah, how's that going? How's they? Yeah, well, that's well like I'm just like, fucking hell. Like, you know, what can I do? I can't speak. So I punched her in the hip. You know, I tried getting the attention of the one who was doing the camera, and she didn't seem to understand what I was trying to signal to her. So I'm like, well, what else can I do? I'm not going to drown. Fuck you. So I just punched the vacuum lady right in the hip. She got the message. I didn't get any shit for it, so, you know, that was nice. Instead, I had someone in the recovery room having a go at me, like, because I was barping and farting like hell, which you do, because they pump you full of fucking air, and that's one of the reasons they put you in that room, is to go and get all the air out. You had some other person like, no, how rude. Like, well, I tell you what, you fucking knobhead. How's about you don't come on the fucking gastrointestinal fucking ward, like, if you don't like people fucking barping and farting? How's that? And so he had some nurse having, oh, you can't be rude to the patients. And I'm like, well, they're rude to me. How does that work? Not far as last time I was on that ward, they were actually really, really pleasant to me. So, yeah, we're only looking to be the same this time, and they'll be a pleasant bunch. Man, it is desolate out here. This has to be one of the emptiest places I think I've been in this game. It still feels like you're approaching the seaside. I still don't know what it is. But you could say it's the sand, but no, because it still feels like it when you're in biomes that aren't full of fucking sand. Oh man. We've got mesas out here. That's something. I think sometimes guns spawn on those. I can't remember. It's a long time since I've been out to one. Maybe we'll get out to one and explore it sometime. I don't think I'll do that today. But yeah, it's a thing you can do, you know, if you're so inclined. As I've said, the game doesn't really stop you driving to anywhere unless it's too steep. Jeez. I'm just going to stop here just because we haven't stopped this whole fucking part. Like, there's rarely anything good in these, but I'm going to stop here. Look at this motor. It's a Skoda. We'll take one of them someday. I'm still torn on our next car whether we want one of the big diesel things or whether I want to just get a gut car like that and try and make it run with parts. Because I can do it, you know, I've done it before, and it could be quite fun. Gas, oil, it's water. Am I full of water? I have hardly any water in me. I need to do something about that. Well, there ain't really out up here, is there? Is there anything down there? Sometimes you do get good things down there. No, it's not good in here. Oh dear. There we go, that'll teach you. Shits are rolling away. I didn't realise we were playing Duke Nukem Forever. No, it's crap in that building. I'm going to have a cigarette. So this is why I don't stop. Unless you're in urgent need of something, like these little buildings like this aren't really worth going to. I mean, I think I said before, if you're new to playing the game, you'll stop bloody everywhere because you just, you know, you'll probably run out of something at one time and then always be worried that you're going to run out of it. But I mean, pretty much all the shit that I have in the car, I totally don't need it. Like, you'll notice we pretty much never use this stuff. We use the cleaning supplies, like when we switch car or when we get bits for our car. But I mean, that's really about it. Like, you can travel with pretty much nothing and you'll be alright. But again, you know, people have, oh, I might get lost in the desert, what if my radiator comes out, I better bring another one. You know, if I lose my engine, what if I lose a wheel? I don't think I've ever been in a situation where I've lost something that bad. And it's not to say it can't happen, it can, it's just not very likely. Because fortunately most of the pieces that you absolutely need are actually quite big and stand out quite well against the landscape. You know, you lose a mirror or something, you're maybe not going to find it. If you lost the engine or a wheel, your chances of finding it are quite high because they're quite bulky. Occasionally things do fall through the wild, it's not unheard of, I've had it happen. Driving way too fast, but I want to find diesel or like an engine or something. This biome's fucking pants. It really is. I'm trying to work out if I want to gamble something here. So maybe I'll announce it in the next part, like if I've decided. But we'll see, we'll see. Blah, 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 blah. It's another one of these dinky gas stations. See, I do think the building spawning is needs like dialing up a little bit again. I think he's pulled it back a bit too far. This is the thing, it's a bit of an unfair thing here, because like everyone who YouTubed this game before had the higher spawn rates than I have. So, you know, they got to go in all these buildings and I don't get to do it because I got here late, because, you know, I don't have the power to run all this modern fucking software that needs like a crate. You know, it's amazing how I can do screen capture on like a Pentium 2 at about the same resolution I'm running the game at now, and it would gnarly work, and yet we're trying to do this on a 4-core fucking Xeon, 8 threads, and yeah, it's hard work now. PCs don't like doing this shit anymore. Modern PCs are just fucking useless. You know, it's, oh, you live in the past. Fuck off. My 90s PC does so much more shit out the box than this fucking thing does. And I like this machine, and it's not the fault of the hardware, it's the fault of the software. The software's garbage. The hardware's partly at fault when they don't make it anymore. Modern capture solutions are bloody awful. Like, you know, if I want to record an external machine. I'm sure everyone here knows that story. Like I say, if somebody is new here, then you might be really confused. It's probably probably is the misfit of playthroughs of this game. I do think it is probably significantly different to everyone else I've seen playing it, so, you know. I know there's one other guy who doesn't edit, or he didn't. I think he does now. I don't really watch him, but I can't remember his name. I don't mean any disrespect to the dude, obviously. Don't know the guy, but yeah, I'm sure there was one other guy who didn't edit it down, but otherwise he was kind of the same as everyone else, where he's fucking loud and obnoxious and, you know, fucking has no idea how the game works, really. And I don't claim to be an expert or nothing. Them green lights are really, really fucking good. They're blue now. I had a dream about this game a couple of days ago, where I got to the end of the road, but for the last, like, maybe 100, 200 kilometers, it was like this dense jungle biome with like this really humpy road. You know, like the humps at the end, you know, just before the finish line of that fucking codger level in Mario Kart 64. Chocolate fucking starfish or whatever it is. It has that same organ sound as like the F-Zero X Guitar Range album. I always found that funny. Yeah, it was all sort of like really sharp humps in the road like that. It was actually quite hard to drive on. And then there was this other road running like perpendicular to this one. And you know, it went to like a few different places that you could choose to end the game. Obviously, like, you know, that isn't at the end of the road. Or maybe it is, but yeah, I don't think so, somehow. The road does end, it doesn't go on forever. I think we discussed this before. Hope you're not expecting some grand party or something at the end. I don't think we'll see that. So I feel like we've made good progress in this part. For fuck's sake, these buildings are awful. I've got to go and eat soon. I'm pretty certain we've made good progress because we just haven't had to stop the car. because we've been getting shite. In the next part, I hope it's workshop, diner, haunted house, and nothing else. Like, just those 3 buildings over and over again. And maybe them really big gas stations that usually have 2 or 3 cars out front and stuff. Because this has been terrible. We should be coming to the end of the flat desert now anyway, judging to how long we've been in it. Like, you know, the biomes do seem to have an average length. It's getting night time again. Yeah, that building is probably not on the road. Are we going to go out to it? I don't know. Sometimes you get tanker trucks at them, and sometimes they're full of fucking diesel. Fuck it, we're going to it just because, like, you know, we're going to do something, man. This part is blown. I'm sorry, but I'm not responsible for what the game spawns. Oh, does the road go there anyway? Well, I guess we're taking a shortcut. Boo, let's not drive into that. Looks like the road does go there. Is there anything spawned on it? Oh, hold on, is this over the road? No, it isn't. Well, it goes over the top of the road, but I meant if that building was actually in the road, then I might have camped out here. I mean, by now, you might have figured out why I want a boat to spawn in the road. Like, you might have sussed it out. I mean, we've seen the thing that would make me want that at one point, so, you know, we will maybe see it again. It's not a guarantee, but yeah, you know, if we can get a boat that's in the road, then there is a few things we can do. I need to slow down, it's night time. Well, I'm going to go another 10 minutes or something, and then I'm going to go away and have food. I think there was an outhouse in the desert there. I'm not even going to it. It can fuck off. I'm annoyed now. This fucking generation's awful. Yeah, this generation coming up now, it's awful. My generation's way better. I hate the fact they keep moving the goalposts, because, you know, we were like sort of Generation Y. And then it was, well, I don't know, they kind of clashed, like my lot has been on the edge of Generation X ending, but I always thought that was dodgy, and I don't want to be lumped in with Generation X anyway. Not that I have anything against people of that generation, it's just they're clearly a different generation to, like, mine, you know. They were all in their arcades and comic books and shit. My generation killed those. But then it's, oh, you're Generation Y, and it's, oh no, you're fucking millennial. It's like, no, fuck off. Like, the millennials are the generation after mine, and I have nothing to do with those people. We're nothing like those people. And you can find a gap, like, in people of my age versus the people who they used to call millennials. But then they did start moving the purse of Generation X around as well, and so a lot of those people are now considered Generation Y. And it's like if you move the purse much farther, you're going to end up pushing Gen X into basically the fucking baby boomers like era. And they're certainly not those people, because again, that generation of people is vastly different. Then you have the fucking war generation. How long before we move the purse on them people? Fucking old people. There's not as many of them left now from that generation, because that's what time does, it kills people. But it's better than wars at doing that, it really is. You know, it was, oh, the war, it's like, fuck off, you know. Time is far worse. Time has a 100% success rate, so, you know, I wouldn't fucking be getting that upset. But no, those people, they were a real mixed bag, you know. So I always liked old people. Old people are fucking cool. Like, you know, it was the thing, when I was a kid, I used to like, you know, talking to the elderly, because they're fucking brilliant, these people. You know, they've had decades and decades more on this planet than you have, so you probably want to listen to them, because they probably know a bit more about how it works than you do. You know, they can tell you things that other people can't, because they've experienced a lot of stuff. And yeah, most of them were cool, but you'd always have that one fuckhead who he didn't like you. You'd ride past his house on your bike because his house is on a street, and you know it's the street you live on, but his house is between your house and the shop on the corner. And they come out, I didn't fight a war, so you could fucking do this. Like, well, yeah, you did actually, knobhead. You know, that's precisely why you fought a war, so I would have the freedom to do these things. Yeah, they were just little fucking Hitlers, some of them. They really were. They were pretty much worse than what they fought against, I think. There was this one where we didn't know what it was about at the time, and I feel kind of mean for doing it, but there was this old geezer, in all fairness he was horrible, where if you made a loud bang near him, he'd start screaming and like diving behind cars and shit. You know, you pop a balloon and be like, "Argh! Argh!" And he did like get on the floor and crawl behind the nearest car, and then he'd sort of like, you'd see him reaching for his weapon, which obviously he didn't fucking have, so then he'd really freak out and he'd just start screaming, and then he'd sort of go quiet and look around and get really, really mad with you. You fucking bastards! I was in a war! It's like, we know, you tell us at every opportunity. Yeah, every time you have a chance to remind us that I was in a war. It's like, yeah, I was in my mother's womb, you know, what the fuck are you getting at? Like, maybe if you'd been a bit smarter, you might have, if they'd been in that war, you could have hid or like run away or something. I didn't fucking ask to be here, you know, maybe you should have some sympathy for me. There's my... Ah! No, my biscuit is there. I was going to say, the rabbits, they always steal them. Those are my gift to the alien babes. I've heard they like them, jammy dodgers. Doesn't like those knockoff ones that used to get in like Food Giant and stuff. Well, I guess we'll go one more fucking building, then I'm out of here. And I was in a war. That's a horrible thought, though. Like, been in wars. It's not something I would do. I'd do what my dad did and just headbutt my fucking sergeant. I have a problem with being told what to do. I don't like it. It pisses me off. You know. It's like, no, I'm not giving up my agency for you. Why should I do this? What's in it for me? And if there's nothing in it for me, I'm not going to fucking do it. The only time you'll see me acting anything like remotely like a little bitch is when I'm trying to sell something. Like if I'm trying to sell something, I will run around after the customer because I want the fucking money. You know, people on my side of the globe, they seem to not understand this. Like even businesses, it's amazing. You run a business and then you never get back to customers, you don't sell the product, it's too much effort to ship, even though we said we'll ship it, and it's only in fucking Germany. It's not that hard to ship a thing from Germany to the UK, you know. If you're a business who's going to do international orders, you should be prepared for this. And plus the fact, if you're big enough, you'll have a contract with the courier anyway, or you should. You shouldn't be having some employee go down the post office, you should have a courier contract where you just do it in bulk, and they probably come and collect it. You know? And then they wonder why they go out of business. The thing is, like me as the filthy capitalist prick that I am, is when I want to sell something, I will be quite aggressive on the price I'm asking, because it's like, well, you know, who can I undercut here? And can I do it in a way that people are going to notice I'm selling mine a bit cheaper? And if this person gets in touch with me who might want to buy the thing, well, while I've got that thing for sale, I'm going to keep on that. I'm going to keep tabs on that fucking 24/7 there enough. If someone wants to know something, I'll be straight back to them. Oh, yes, absolutely. And I'll be very polite. Yes, sir. No, sir. Absolutely. Of course. Is there anything else I can do for you? You know? And people, they like that. Because they're going to remember that. They're like, oh shit, this guy sold me this thing. I had it in like less than fucking 2 days. It was well packaged. You know, I couldn't find this bit, and he actually went and found one. He sold me it for another £5, or he put that bit in for fucking free. He's a good guy. I'll buy more stuff from him. Like, I see him selling something again. Now when he wants something else, oh, it's this guy. I bought off this guy before. He's really good. You know, he fucking deals with it in no time. You give him the fucking money, and he sends you the thing. And that's the only time you'll see me, like, anything like, you know, been somebody's fucking bitch, is when I'm just trying to get money out of them. It's for my own personal gain. I get something out of it. You know, it's like, well, yeah, you're giving me like 350 fucking quid. Like, of course I'm gonna run around after you a bit. I want the 350 quid. It's not fucking rocket science. And if you're going to run a business, customer service is a large part of it. You know, it's a massive thing. Like, you better have good customer service, because otherwise people aren't going to come back. They can get the same fucking thing somewhere else, and if you're fucking rude to them, then make them not want to be there, not want to deal with you, then they're not going to. You know, it's even like a grocery store. If I went in fucking... It's why they just let you return shit, even when you're clearly bullshitting them. Because if I go in Asda and they're rude to me about it and refuse my fucking service in somewhere, I'm like, well, I'm not going in there. Those people are knobheads. Actually, Aldi, they've always been rude to me in Aldi. I don't shop in there because of that. Yeah, they get some great stuff in Aldi. They have some things at real good prices. But I won't fucking go in because the staff are rude. I'd rather go the extra fucking mile and a half to fucking Morrison's and deal with them in there, because they've always been polite with me in there, except one woman. But you're always going to get that. Like, otherwise, they've always been good with our customer service, and even when I've had to return stuff, they've just not asked questions. They've just been, oh, do you have the receipt? There you go. Do you want to refund it, or do you want to replace it? Okay, there, no problem. You know, that's absolutely fine, sir. It's like, oh, that's good. Well, now I feel confident shopping in here, because I know I'm not going to get fucked around. I'm not going to have people being fucking snappy and rude and, you know, just ignoring me when I'm at the checkout. They don't do that in this shop. Well, yeah, shit, it's costing me like, you know, 2 or 3 quid more, but it's worth it for the service. It's a big part of operating a business, is how you treat the customers. But people just don't seem to understand that now, and then when they're not selling products either, they're like, well, why have we run out of money? It's the way they're baffled. Why have we got no money? I just don't understand, you know. It's pretty fucking obvious. I assume we've made enough distance. I don't know. I would think so, because we barely stopped. The building generation's been terrible. Is there a pair of binocs in here? No, there isn't. I might be able to clean that fucking wing mirror up real quick before I do a manual save and fuck off and leave you. Thought it was a card to me. Ah, we don't have any. It's one of the few times I've not seen that stuff spawn in here. We still need to paint that. Can we get this with the spongy-wungy? Man, the axis is weird, it like inverted there. Don't tell me you can't clean this with a sponge. Apparently not. I guess we'll need to jizz on there. Do that bit with it, I think. There you go. Definitely need some paint. We don't have any sponges, do we? We better take one. How much of that jizz spray do we got left? 12 in there, 8 in there. I'm going to use this. Clean this fucking mirror, it's getting on my nerves. Right, can you use a sponge on it now? What exactly is the arbitrary threshold that determines this, I wonder? A better idea. Ooh, shiny. There you go. That fixed that. Yeah, my car might have a bit of mismatched paint on it, but, well, we can deal with that. Wonder what colour we should paint this piece of shit. Or maybe we'll think about that. Diesel. There we go. We got diesel. Let's put that in, then I'll do a manual save. And then I'll go away for now. Yeah, put diesel all over the sponge. That'll do it. I'm not doing the infinite fluids bug for you. Like, I know how to do it, but I'm not doing it unless we get stuck in a dire situation. But as it is, we're not in one. YT11. I'll need 2 more zeros. That's our total distance. 634. Bloody hell, we are motoring on with this, aren't we? I'm Treason, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next fucking thing. One. You know, the thing. Anyway, yeah, ta-ta.